Hi, this is Brian Forster of HiddenIncaTours.com, and today we're exploring Tula, which is a site outside of Mexico City. Tula rose in between the fall of Teotihuacan and the rise of Tenochtitlan, which was the Aztec capital. And Tula is most famous for what are called the Atlantean warriors. So that is more or less what this video is going to focus on. But we're also going to see possible evidence of lost ancient high technology, or at least megalithic construction, such as this pile of very large basalt slabs you see on the left-hand side of the screen. Now we're going up to see some carving that was done during Toltec times. You see the red pigment is the original work, and the grayer stone is more recent restoration. And this is the main structure, or so-called temple. Notice it's relatively crude construction out of volcanic stone, with volcanic ash used as a type of mortar. And of course, this site has been heavily restored in more recent times. So in front, what we're looking at is another part of the complex. But now, what we're looking at is some square pillars. Notice again, very rough construction with a sort of covering made out of probably volcanic ash or other material. And now we're going up the staircase. And the important thing to look at the stairs is you will see uneven construction. You see very nicely cut slabs of stone and then much rougher pieces put in. This, of course, again, was restored in modern times, but it's the difference between the beautifully flat surfaces and the other broken pieces, which I find quite fascinating. But the main feature are the so-called Atlantean warriors. And these, thought by some, being held in the hands as being a weapon, like a laser or something. That's what some UFO authors believe. However, there's a more pragmatic explanation which we were taught by local people, and that's that in the left hand are held short arrows, and the right hand is a kind of small crossbow made out of wood and probably rubber. And at the top you see the headdress, and here in the back, square columns. Again, the surfaces are very well done with rough surface carving. So is it possible that Tula is much, much older and was simply adopted by the Toltec people who reconstructed it? Once again, the so-called laser weapons in the right hand. And what the headdresses represent at the top are feathers, and then below that a band around the warrior's head. So again, a local expert told us that these are not Atlantean warriors, but in fact warriors of the god Quetzalcoatl. So that's why it's important to get local information rather than necessarily works by authors from foreign countries, so of course it's all important to look at. The idea that these are Atlantean warriors is an idea that was formulated in the 18th or 19th century by a foreign author, but the name has stuck to this very day. And here you can see the landscape around Tula. There is a ball court in the background, which of course the Maya and Olmec people had. And it is a relatively small site. It's nothing in comparison to Teotihuacan, which is the huge complex with the Sun Temple, the Moon Temple, or pyramid so-called, and also the temple or pyramid of Quetzalcoatl. But if you're in this part of Mexico, it's well worth visiting. The stone is basalt, Some of it is restoration. And our local guide told us that the quarry is probably 25 kilometers away. So that's quite a distance to move these relatively large pieces of stone, but not insurmountable by ancient people. Here again, you see other pyramidal structures in the area. And this is video 3 of a 10-part series filmed in Mexico in February of 2019. If you have not, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video and my 1,000 plus others. And finally, we're walking through at the bottom of this structure again. You see the stucco that was applied to the exterior to make all the surfaces smooth originally. It is possible that the entire so-called temple was covered in that as well. And here, a little anomaly. Again, very finely cut and shaped basalt slabs recycled into possibly a small pool or well. You can learn a lot more in my book, Lost Ancient Technology of Mexico, at Amazon.com.